This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And look at the pregame. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, as we welcome you once again here to Preston Gym, as tonight the Preston Indians will take on the Minico Spartans in the semifinals in the winner's bracket of the Great Basin Tournament. Lyle Fuller working with me again here this evening. Let's see, 8 quarters of regular bat play, 5 quarters of overtime play. What's going to happen tonight?
Yeah, these two teams certainly know each other well. And, I expect a close game tonight. I think both teams have a lot to play for. And I hope it doesn't go in overtime. I hope Preston is able to pull it out in regulation, obviously. But, we'll see. And Minico's they didn't get to go to state last year. And our program did, but these 5 starters didn't last year as starters. So everybody wants to get to state. With a win tonight, you're assured a spot in the state tournament. And then the winner, of course, will play Twin Falls or Century. And so, I think it'll be hard fought and a lot of emotion tonight.
The 2 games these 2 teams have played against each other, obviously very close with both games going to overtime. There pretty much are no secrets. There's not much you can hide or come up with something new now to come out to get ready for this game.
Yeah, once in a while, you'll see a coach will bring up a guy from JV maybe that you haven't seen much before, but for the most part, yeah, they know what we're going to run and we know what they're going to run, and it's a matter of who executes their stuff better, who plays harder, who avoids foul troubles to the key players. Those sorts of things are huge in these games.
So Preston is the number 2 seed. They advanced by winning their first game the other night. Minico, they advanced also. They are the number 3 seed here, so they meet here tonight. And Minico knocked off Mountain Home the other night by 15, while Preston beat Canyon Ridge by 30.
Yeah, Preston got an easy win over Canyon Ridge after a little bit of a slow start, but everybody got in the game. Everyone that dressed got to play, so good opening round game for the Indians, but they'll have to come out a little more spark and fire right off the bat tonight, and I don't think we want to come out flat like we did against Canyon Ridge here.
With the win the other night, for the 4th year in a row now, the Preston Indians have reached the 20-win plateau.
People talk about 20-win seasons in the college basketball realm, maybe more than high school, but in high school with fewer games, that's hard to do. It's hard to win 20 consistently, and hats off to Coach Jones and his staff for building this program to the point where, these kids come in expecting to win and expecting to do well, and that's a huge psychological component.
Before we take a time out, before we do, we want to remember a very big Preston Indian fan, Willis Mosier, who was here at all the games for years gone by, unfortunately passed away yesterday.
Yeah, great man, 92 years old, and as you said, Dan, a huge Preston basketball fan, would come to basically every home game as long as I've been coming to him, and just want to give a shout out to Willis tonight.
Yeah, so he will definitely be missed. In fact, his family is here at the game tonight. They didn't want to miss the game, so certainly we remember them as we get ready to start tonight's game as well. We'll take a time out. We'll come back. We'll visit with both coaches when we come back. This is the Preston Indian pregame show on mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
For this tournament game against Minico here tonight. Spent a couple of minutes with Tyler Jones before the game here today. First round, you end up with a game that ends up to be a little bit one-sided. You got a chance to rest some guys. Was that a good or bad thing for you?
Good. In that first game you want to get under your belt and, get that postseason experience. And, I thought the first half we were a little sluggish at times, but that third quarter I thought we really got going a little bit and were able to pull away. And then fourth quarter, it's great to get some of those young guys, some varsity experience and rest our main guys and get ready for tonight.
Talk about tonight. This is a team that, of course, you've played 8 quarters against them. You've played 5 overtime periods against them. What makes them so difficult?
They're a quality team, and you get to this point, semifinals tonight. Right now, we have the top 4 ranked teams in the state all in our conference, and after tonight, 2 of them are going to punch their ticket, and the other 2 are going to, have to fight it out with the other couple teams for that last spot. So it's a huge game tonight at home. This is what you play for. We've earned the right to play at home tonight in this game, and they're a good team. They, like you said, we've been even all year, and it's going to come down to tonight who makes those little effort plays, who executes better, and who can get stops.
We've talked about it each time that we've seen them. And you seem to think that the inside play, that the post play was going to be the big difference in the game.
Yeah, they're dangerous just because they can score so many ways. Their big kid can step out and shoot shots from the perimeter. He can post up, and then their other guys can really shoot it as well. And they're kind of built like us in a way where, they like to play fast and they like to shoot. So Ty, I like him as our advantage just because I think he's a little stronger, and down low around the basket, and that's going to tell the tale tonight. If we can pound it and Ty can be successful and we can go at him and maybe get him in foul trouble, that'd give us a big advantage.
They have 3 or 4 guys that are really versatile.
Yeah, and that's what makes them, so dangerous. Carpenter, 6'6" wing who can really stroke it, and at Minico we held him to 7 points. I thought we did a great job, and they're just guys who can get hot, and their point guard Chandler can create. And so they have some good players, and we've got to try to slow them down, make them earn their baskets, not give them those easy ones. And then I think Luke tonight's going to be big too. He's got to control the tempo. He's got to take care of the ball, and he's got to be aggressive. I don't think they have anybody who can guard him. If he can get into the lane and make things happen, that would be big for us tonight.
Scott Dunn was kind of held off the score sheet a little bit with 2 or 3 previous games before this. It was good to see him get back into the swing of things.
Definitely. Him and Cooper, both, when they are hitting threes, it opens up Ty down low, opens Luke's penetration. So he's been shooting great in practice, and I expect him and Cooper both to come up big tonight.
Well, best of luck tonight, and we'll see what happens.
It should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can pack this place, and a lot to play for. So a lot at stake tonight. Hopefully we can bring it and show well.
Good luck tonight.
Okay, thanks.
Coach Tyler Jones with us on the pregame show. Back with more after this on mylocalradio.com.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Spent a couple of minutes with Minico head coach Ty Shippen here on the pregame show. You ready for this? The first two have been a load of fun. I don't know what's going to happen with the third one.
It's been a great matchup. We had 4 overtimes the first time we played, and then overtime at our place, and every time we've gotten together this year, it's just been a lot of fun. We've learned a lot about each other, and like I say, it's been a really good matchup.
What is it about these two teams that makes them so evenly matched?
Well, first, Tyler does a great job with his guys. They're well coached. They had a lot of experience. I know a lot of them are new as far as varsity goes this year. But we as a team both have bigs inside. We both have guards that can play, guys that can shoot from the outside and can penetrate. We both have some good stuff that we run, and they do a good job of taking us out of what we try to do, and we try to do the same. And so it just ends up being just the way it matches up, a real nice comparison with both teams.
I like the way that most of your guys in the starting five can really step out and shoot the three. It gives you guys a lot of versatility.
We try to be as versatile as we can. Our bigs go outside and our guards go inside too. We post up our guards a lot of times, and so I think basketball is all about spacing on offense, and so if you can create some space and opportunities, and if it forces the big guys to come out and guard on the perimeter, it can open up some opportunities offensively.
It ought to be a great game. It's certainly one I'm looking forward to, and I imagine your mother-in-law is going to be sitting back home watching tonight.
Well, and I want to say thank you for doing the games. It's neat for our community. I know you do it for your community, but to be able to have people who can't make the game be able to watch it, that's pretty special, and we really appreciate that you guys do that, and that's a great service to our community as well.
We appreciate you saying that, and we have a lot of fun doing it. We meet really nice people like you and your mother-in-law. We were over there back over in Minico. She was very nice both times I was over there. She even made me dinner one time when I was there.
Yeah, she takes a lot of pride in her concession stand, and she likes to take care of the people that come in and make them feel welcome.
I appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
That's Coach Ty Shippen from Minico with us on the pregame show. A little bit more coming up right after this on mylocalradio.com.
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
Are you looking for a better interest rate on your bank accounts or checking account? then Lewiston State Bank has the answer for you. This is Robert Stevenson, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high interest rate on the first $25,000. This rate is even higher than most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Logan branch on 3rd South in Maine, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor. WestMotorCompany.com. Welcome home.
Do you remember last spring when runoff water was flooding fields and borrow pits because of plugged, collapsed, or non-existent culverts? Well, now is the time to get new culverts installed, and Valley Implement and Irrigation has the culverts you need. They buy them by the semi-load, and they have poly pipes and culverts in the diameter and length that will get that water running where it needs to go in the spring. Remember, too, that Valley Implement has a great selection of used tractors and farm equipment at prices that work for your operation. See Valley Implement and Irrigation in Preston, Logan, or Grays.
Just about ready to play some basketball here at Preston Gym tonight. Other games tonight, the number 4 seed will be playing in the other semifinal tonight at number 1 Century. That, of course, number 4 seed is Twin Falls. The other games on the consolation side of the bracket, number 10 Wood Ridge is at Pocatello, or I should say Wood River is at Pocatello. Number 8 Canyon Ridge is at Mountain Home. We now invite you to stay tuned. Exciting Preston Indian basketball is coming up next on MyLocalRadio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap. Drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
If you're in the empty nester stage of life, preparing for retirement, or considering downsizing, let me suggest you consider Blue Sage Park as your new home.
This all-new community for over 55 active adults is now under construction by Ralph's Construction, the builders of many fine custom homes in Franklin County. That same quality is going into the new homes at Blue Sage Park.
Choose from 3 plans, each with over 1,400 square feet of living space on one level with a 2 or 3 car garage, 2 bedrooms, and lots of special features. These beautiful new 2-bedroom homes include large marble showers, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplaces, a park and green space for family fun, and large closets with custom organizers. Larry and Cody Ralphs are building this community for the over 55 age group with no steps, no maintenance, and a beautiful home that you own.
The first model is nearing completion, and you'll soon be able to see it for yourself. Blue Sage Park, now being built for your future at 3rd East and 3rd North in Preston.
This is Preston Indians basketball. All the excitement of the best basketball action in Idaho is just ahead. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Webb Funeral Home, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Tonight's game is a presentation of Preston Broadcasting LLC and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC is strictly prohibited. Well, welcome back here to Preston Gym tonight as we're getting ready to announce the starting lineups onto the floor here for the Preston Indians this evening. And Lyle, it's the same starting five that we've seen the whole year.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. It means you haven't had a lot of injury problems, and these guys have had a chance to play together all year and gel together. So
starters, of course, that'd be Cooper Hobson, number 1, the junior transfer from Westside. Scott Dunn, who got back really into the scoring column the other night in that game here against in the first game of the tournament. He had really been held quiet a couple of games before that. Luke Smaley had a team and a game-high 17 in the game here on Thursday. The only senior in the starting lineup is Riley Parker, and then Ty Hyde in the middle, who has to have a big game tonight.
Yeah, you know, Ty has been consistent all year long, and if he gets it low enough in the block, it's a very high percentage chance for Ty to score down there. So hopefully we can get him going low, as Coach Jones mentioned about in the pregame. And, you know, but the problem with Matson, the Minico big, their 6'8" kid, is he can step out and hit that 16-footer. So he's going to make Ty guard out on the perimeter. Ty's got to be careful not to reach, not to pick up silly fouls out there.
A.B. Guzman starts for tonight for Minico, a 5'9" senior. Kason Carpenter, a 6'5" junior. Kobe Matson, the 6'8" senior in the middle. Rylan Chandler is the point guard. He's a 5'10" junior. And Connor Stocking, who's surprisingly good, a 6'4" junior, starts at a wing.
Yeah, they're junior heavy in their lineup like us, although Matson, their big kid, is a senior, and Guzman, their point guard. So maybe the two most important positions on the floor for them are seniors.
So here we go. The two big guys will jump center against each other. Hyde against Matson. And we're ready to go. Glad to have you with us. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller with you tonight from Preston Gym, and we're underway. Ty controls the tap back into the back court, and Preston has the first possession of the night. Comes over to Hobson on the left side, tried to get it into Hyde. They punch it away immediately, and immediately you can see what their defense is going to be. They're going to double team Ty at every opportunity.
Yeah. Hobson tried to make the entry pass, but the double team was there, as you said, and just got knocked away. And then Hobson picks up the foul, so not the best start on that possession.
So first foul of the game goes against Cooper. Driving is Matson. Shoots over Ty, in, out, stays out. It's Hyde up high with the rebound. Pushing it quickly up the floor is Smaley, no good. Put back by Parker, yes!
Riley, follow that fast break, just put it up and in without even coming down with it. Good job.
So Preston draws first blood. They lead 2-0. Stocking with it way out top. Looks to give it off on the wing, does, as it gives it over to Chandler. Chandler back over to A.B. Guzman. Guzman comes back across the top of the key. Matson calls for the ball at the free throw line, now gets it out past the three-point line, drives on high, goes off the glass, no good. He's missed a couple of short shots. Parker has the rebound in the front court. Ty with the ball behind his back, couldn't get it off his back to get the layup.
Too bad. He had an open layup or a dunk, but he got it caught behind his back, as you said. You don't see that very often.
That's a tough pass from Parker. It was on the wrong side that Ty was looking for. That's how the ball got on his back, and he couldn't get it off there. So it stays 2-0, a minute and 15 seconds into the game. Glad to have you with us here tonight. 2-0 Preston on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard. Guzman, the free throw line, extended right. Takes it back across the top of the key, gives it off to Matson. Matson looks inside, nobody there, so he'll give it back to Chandler. Drives around Hyde, lay it in, left-handed.
Chandler saw the opening and strong drive with the left-hand layup on the left side.
So we're even at 2. Comes to Smaley in the left corner. Luke holds it up, had 17 the other night, led all scorers in the game. Back down to Hyde, and he's fouled going to the line.
They usually don't run the pick and roll from the corner, the baseline there, but they did that time, and Hyde gets a trip to the free throw line.
Foul will go against Connor Stocking, the front man, which is a bit of a break for Minico.
Minico.
So here's Ty at the free throw line. The first one is good. Ty had 15 the other night against Canyon Ridge. Was 4 of 10 from the free throw line, but had outstanding games in the 2 games against Minico as he makes the second one here. The first game that was here, the 4 overtime game, he had 17 points, and the game at Minico, the single overtime, he had 21. Gives it off to Stocking. Little backdoor pass as it goes to Carpenter, lay it up and in.
Yeah. Preston, we got our head turned on defense there, and Carpenter ran right to the back door, lays it up and in.
So Carpenter with the layup ties the game at 4. Smalley, free throw line extended right, down on the block, it goes down to Hyde. Oh, nice move to split the defense and then a foul.
Let's see who they got.
This one's probably going to go against Madsen, I think. Yes, indeed.
Number 11, yep.
Kobe Madsen draws his first foul. That's 2 fouls tonight in the first quarter here against Minico. And now Ty's going to go back to the line to shoot 2 more. After making them both, he missed the first one.
Ty showing that good footwork in the post last time there, Dan. I thought he was stymied and bottled up, and he took one more pivot, was able to draw the foul.
Yeah, that was a good move to split the double team as he makes the free throw. He's made 3 out of 4 and puts Preston back up by a point. It's 5-4 here with 5:25 to play in the first quarter. In the right corner, it goes to Chandler. Try to drop it down low, and it goes out of bounds. It's off Ty as Madsen tried to dive for it, but Ty was the last one to touch it. It stays with the Spartans' baseline front court, and that's where Carpenter will trigger it in.
Oh boy, watch Madsen on the dive to the rim here.
That's poked away by Parker. That's a great play as Connor Stocking was standing wide open all alone over in the left corner. So they'll switch sides of the hoop, and they'll bring it in this time to Guzman. He looks at a 3.
Ooh.
Good.
Boy, good shot. Tough shot.
First lead of the game for Minico. Hyde from the left elbow is good.
You know, showing some range there.
That's a part of his game that he really hasn't shown much.
Yeah, he's so good down low. That's where we want him most of the time. But
back to Carpenter, top of the key. Lays it off to Madsen. Greiser will run his way through a triple team and has his shot blocked. Hobson into the front court to the trailer is Hyde. Along the baseline to Parker. His jump shot no good. Ty's got it, and they're going to call it a tie-up, and it's going to go back over to Minico.
Yeah, go to Minico and change the possession, but that's okay. The tie-up, next one will be ours. Indians come out with much better energy tonight than against Canyon Ridge. And it came to play, and Minico's dialed in too. Good ball game here in the year of the going.
7-7, 4:35 to play on the Keller Tires scoreboard. Turnaround jumper is good by Madsen from the right elbow. He gets on the score sheet. Talked about the great games that Ty had in the 2 games against Minico. So did Madsen. He had 22 in both games. Driving is done, has it stripped away. Taken away by Chandler up into the front court. With Smalley right on his hip. Drives all the way down, swing it back out. That is Carpenter for a 3. That's no good. And the rebound comes off to Hyde. He gives it to Smalley exactly halfway through the quarter.
Like that drive by Dunn last time. I thought he got fouled, but didn't get a trip to the line out of it.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul over in the corner as Guzman gives Hobson a little bit of a bump over there. So that'll be the first one on A.B. Guzman. Third team foul here against Minico.
You see Garrett Ward here at the 4-minute mark.
They get it into Hyde along the baseline. Tries to back in on Madsen.
No double.
Nope, no double team, but he kicks it out. Smalley for 3, no good. Rebound comes back out to Dunn, top of the key. They'll set it back up as it comes to Hobson, gives it back to Luke. Luke calls out the play, gives it back to Cooper. Swing it over on the left side, it goes back to Dunn on the right side. Dunn puts the ball to the floor, gives it back to Smalley.
Oh, drive it left, Luke, there you go.
Down low, it's Dunn. Goes over Madsen with the jump shot, good.
High degree of difficulty, a little fadeaway over the 6'8", outstretched arm.
Dunn had 11 in the other night against Canyon Ridge, and we're coming off of 2 games where he didn't score a single point.
Yeah, we'll need Scott to be scoring tonight.
Carpenter got Dunn up in the air, and then in his excitement to find a shooting angle traveled.
Yeah, nice up fake by Carpenter to lift the defender up off the floor, then he traveled.
Here comes Smaley up with it, up into the front court, gives it off to Hobson. Free throw line extended left to Hyde, way out above the three-point line. One bounce dribble, now gives it back to Smaley down toward the left corner. The double team is there. Smaley drives, still has the ball, kicks it back out to Dunn, a three-pointer. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Just out of the reach of Garrett Ward. Rebound's taken away by Chandler. To A.B. Guzman up into the front court. He looks at another three. Good again.
About the same spot he hit the first one. He's a dangerous shooter, we know that.
They can all step outside and shoot, all 5 of their starters. Hobson.
Would have liked to see Hobson get to the hoop. He had a much shorter guy on him.
Goes back to Hobson, free throw line extended left. Now back to Smaley in the corner. Drop it down to Hyde on the block. Ty has it poached away as Chandler got a hand on it and poked it away. Quickly they get it to Carpenter, ahead to Madsen, goes for the dunk, but he's fouled.
Yeah, Smaley up there with him.
If there is such a thing as a good foul, that might be one.
Yeah, Madsen was going to throw that one down. We've seen him dunk. We know he can do it. Not just in warm-ups either.
Madsen at the free throw line. The first one rolls in.
On that last play down there, Dan, I thought Ty needed to get the ball out of his hands just a little quicker. We first had second, and then we had a third defender on him, and they poked it away.
Madsen makes them both. Yeah, if there is part of a game that Ty really needs to work on still, it's getting the ball back out when he knows he doesn't have a shot.
Yeah, recognize that double team. And
Smaley with it. Goes the opposite way around the screen and is foul on his way to the basket.
They're going to call it. Luke's saying, call it on Madsen. Madsen. We'll see.
It is on Madsen. That's two.
That's two. Coach Shippen going crazy.
He's going to have to come out.
As see Butcher.
Philip Betcher will come in. Thing about Madsen, the game that you and I did, the 4 overtime game, he fouled out.
Yeah.
The game at Minico, he had 4 fouls. In fact, got his 3rd foul early on in the 3rd quarter and ended up sitting quite a while as Smaley makes the first free throw.
Yeah, he's still complaining, saying I was vertical, I had verticality. There were 3 Spartans there. They could have called on any of the 3, I think, but goes against Madsen.
Smaley makes both charity shots, has his first 2 points of the game, and it's 14-11, Minico on top. 1:45 to play here in the first. Driving and a little pushing foul. That's going to go against Hobson. That's his second.
That'll be 2 on Cooper, yeah. Hobson hasn't scored yet here, and then he'll have to sit with the second foul.
That's going to get Tyler Parker off the bench. You remember, though, that Cooper started slowly in the 4 overtime game and ended up with 4 fouls in the game. Driving is Chandler for the layup.
Yeah, Chandler just put his head down and beat everybody to the rim. You got to stay in front of him a little better.
But Cooper really played well in the 4 overtimes and finished the game with 22.
Yeah, he really came on. He can heat up at any time.
Ward bounces it down on the post, on the block. It goes to High, kick it back out. Dunn's got to look at another 3. Just missed. Rebound up high. It's Betcher to take it away from Parker. Gives it off to Chandler. It gets it across the timeline with 1:05 to play here in the first quarter. Back to Guzman. Fakes left. Now wants to come back right. Swings it across the top of the key. Has it look at another 3. That one's no good. Forced that one as the good rebound is off to Smaley. Quickly up into the front court. 2-on-1. Dunn missed the layup. Rebound off to Betcher. Up into the front court. Whoa, look out. Chandler goes head over heels and loses the ball out of bounds to Preston.
Well, too bad Dunn had a layup that just in and out. And that would have really helped the Indians now down 5 here. Last minute, 44 seconds of the first quarter.
Preston trailed most of the first half in the first meeting between these two this year. Parker at the right elbow gives it off to Smaley, drives down the middle, lays it back to Parker on the give and go, and it'll be a foul, ball out of bounds to Preston.
Well, Parker's get free throws, I think.
Well, he pointed out of bounds like it was on the drive, but I guess not. It will be free throws. Dylan Ball will draw the foul. That's 5 fouls here in the first half against Minico as Parker goes to the free throw line. First one rolls around and stays in. Tyler Parker, who had 2 points in the game against Canyon Ridge. And makes both free throws.
Couple big free throws there to get Preston a little momentum here.
Back to within 3, 24 seconds to play in the half. Here comes Chandler up into the front court, driving all the way. Foul counted, and the basket is good.
Again, we've either got to step in and take the charge or get in front of him a lot sooner. Smalley can't believe it. That'll be 2 on Luke.
That's 2 on Luke and 2 on Cooper here in the first quarter. Chandler to complete the three-point play, which he does. That makes it 19-13, a 6-point lead. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Preston will work for the last shot with 6, with 5. Dunn comes back up to the top of the key. Smalley kicks it off in the corner, three-pointer, good! And the foul counted, a possible 4-point play.
Huge play, Garrett Ward deep in the corner. So deep I couldn't see his feet, but he was in the three-point territory.
So the three-pointer good. The foul was against Guzman, his second. And Dunn can get the Indians back to within 2 points with 0.8 of a second left here in the quarter, and does. So 0.8 of a second, they'll just throw it up, and it's going to be just short. And that's the way the first quarter will end here tonight. A 2-point advantage for Minico at the end of the first. Take a timeout. Back with more after this on mylocalradio.com.
Refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tree Mountain branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back. We get ready to start quarter number 2. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller, and Lyle, other championship going on around the area. 4 Preston wrestlers qualified for state today.
Yeah, good to see those guys get in and get a chance to do their deal. Of course, wrestling is both an individual and a team sport. There's 4 individuals who get a chance to go to state.
So here we go, second quarter. Preston has the ball. Parker gives it over to Dunn. Back down low, it goes to Hyde. Draws some contact, shot no good. Parker has the rebound, kick it back out. Smalley looks at a 3, doesn't take it. He'll drive down the middle, and now hold on. What are they going to call? Foul on the drive?
Yeah.
Foul's going to be against Dakota Durfee, 22, who's just into the game.
So Tyler Parker off the bench, hit a couple big free throws, saved a possession there. An offensive rebound.
And because that's the 7th team foul, Luke Smalley will shoot 1-1 as he makes the front end. The other thing I wanted to mention too today was Soda Springs, their girls team, won the state championship for the 2nd year in a row.
Yeah, 53 straight wins for that.
That's amazing.
Program. Yeah.
Luke's second free throw is good again. Luke has 4. We're even at 19. 20 seconds in to quarter number 2 here on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard. Bounce pass inside, comes to Carpenter at the right elbow, drives, shoots around to Ty, no good. Smalley has the rebound. Luke's going to push, dribble behind the back, has to chase it down toward the corner, down low on the baseline. It goes to Parker, inside to Hyde, lay it in.
Without Matson in there, Hyde's got a freer reign.
Yeah, Betcher's pretty good, but he's outsized and outweighted by Hyde. Chandler kicks it back to Betcher in the corner. He goes back over to Ball. Can't get a shot. Kick it back to Chandler. Looks at a three. Good.
I don't know if they've missed a three-point shot yet, Minico.
I don't think so. Chandler has 10, and it gives the Spartans a 1-point lead again in 22-21. In the left corner, it goes to Ismaili. On the block, back to Hyde, back to Luke. Gets lost inside, tried to get it to Parker, but the pass went off somebody's knee and out of bounds.
Yeah, Hyde drawing so much defensive attention. Guys will be open if we can just find him with those passes.
Guzman back into the game. Bounce it down low. A tie. Rattled around a little bit. Missed the little short jumper. Back to Smaley. A three-pointer is no good. Long rebound comes back out to Hyde. He'll give it back to Luke, and he'll set up the offense again. Dylan Ball went to the bench for Minico. Back out top to Parker. Back down on the block again. Goes to Hyde. Again, no match for Betcher down there, and Ty has another layup. Puts Preston up by a point, 23-22.
I think we'll see Matson up off the Minico bench here within the next minute or so.
Betcher, no shot, gives it back to Guzman. Backs it back into the three-point area. Comes back to Durfee. Stands on the line. Now he wants to drive. Goes up against Hyde. Now stops. Can't get a shot. Back out to Guzman from the left elbow. No good. Tie up. Hyde has the board. Tried to get it ahead to Smaley. Luke lost it and then dives and gets it back, and there's Dunn for the layup.
Smaley, great hustle.
He outdove Guzman for the ball. Guzman drives down the lane, high off the glass, no good. Scott Dunn with the rebound. 5:20 to play here in the first half. 3-point lead for Preston, 25-22 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Back over to Dunn, to Smaley. Back down on the low block, it comes to Hyde again. Kick it back out to Parker. He drives, the left-hand layup, no. Ty, no. Gets it back again, puts it back, no basket. No basket, they're going to say Ty traveled with the ball.
Wow. Well, he traveled as he was being fouled, so however you want to call it. Again, offensive rebounding. The Indians are really doing a good job on the offensive boards here. Now with Matson back in the game.
Kobe Matson is back in as he comes back in with Preston with a 3-point lead. Driving the baseline is Chandler. Kick it off in the corner. That's Durfee for three from the corner, no good. Dunn has the rebound. Rips it away from the red-clad Spartans. Here comes Smaley to Parker along the baseline. 8-foot jumper, no, just a hair short. Durfee with the rebound. He'll bring it back up into the front court. That's going to get Riley Parker off the bench and back in to check in. He'll be back in next time the ball is dead for Preston. Three-pointer from the corner by Chandler. Rattles around and falls in.
Gets a friendly bounce in the opposing gym. Chandler with a heck of a first half.
He has 13, and Minico has still not missed a three, I don't think. We're tied at 25. 4:10 to play in the first half. Down low to Hyde. Turns on Matson. Goes up over Matson. No good. Ty's got the rebound. They're going to say he pushed off.
Yeah.
That'll be the first one on Ty tonight. And the fifth on Preston as a team with 4:07 left here in the first half. We're tied at 25.
Yeah, Ty with a good initial move. Got it up over Matson. Just couldn't get it to go.
So here comes A.B. Guzman walking the dribble up into the front court. To Matson at the right elbow. Holding, now turns and faces on Ty. Fakes, doesn't get the shot. Kick it back out to Carpenter. Carpenter goes back to Matson. It's too far out in front of him. He saves it on the floor. Nice save by Stocking as he gets it to Guzman. Back to Chandler, another three. Hey, they missed one. They're human.
Chandler's feeling it.
A push off.
You gotta be kidding me. They got, who's they get?
The push off is going to be against Riley Parker.
The referee with the worst angle of the play comes 30 feet over, running in and calling the foul there. I guess if you see it, you see it from the ref's point of view, but still.
First one on Parker. Preston now out of fouls for the rest of the first half. As the lob goes inside, it's punched away by Ty, picked up by Smaley. Here come Preston, 2-on-2, knocked away from behind, and saved again by Smaley. Lays it up and in.
Wow. Acrobatic circus shot by Luke Smaley.
Good hustle by the Indians to keep the ball alive at both ends. Guzman, 16-foot jumper. No. Hyde has the rebound. They'll slow it down a little bit as they give it to Smaley. Then Luke will walk the dribble up into the front court. 3:05 to play in the half. As Luke has Chandler right on him, terminates the dribble, gives it to Ward. Ward will go back out to Parker. Now back to Dunn. Kick it all the way over in the corner. Back over to Smaley again. Luke now wants to drive against Guzman. Dribbles into a double team. Gives it back to Dunn, who's going to be fouled. That should be a reach-in foul.
Yeah.
And
has he got Watson? They're just saying one and one.
Okay. Carpenter. First one on Carpenter. That's 8 against the team. Just saying 1 and 1 as Garrett Ward will go back to the free throw line. Garrett with 4 so far tonight. Makes the free throw.
You know, Tyler Parker's given us good minutes off the bench. Ward giving us good minutes. You have to have that. You have to have all the guys that play come in and help you.
Garrett back to the free throw line. Had 6 in the game the other night against Canyon Ridge and has 6 so far here in the first half as he makes both free throws. West Side at Bear Valley tied at 37.
Oh, wow. Good for the Pirates, yeah.
As that's going to overtimes. They must have started that game early.
Yeah, they started that one at 6.
So that's a timeout called here by the Indians. 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break here as well. Back with more after this on mylocalradio.com. .231 left here in the first half. Preston up by 4, 29-25.
Yeah, Indians built this 4-point lead without any scoring from Cooper Hobson. Garrett Ward has come in and showed well.
Smaley up into the front court. Gives it off to Dunn on the left side. Free throw line extended. Back in the corner, it goes to Dunn. Tries to get it inside to Ty. The pass was knocked away. However, Ty keeps it alive. Back to Smaley. Another circus basket is good.
Wow, right up over Matson again. Trying to draw that third on Matson here.
Smaley's got 8 here in the first half. 31-25. Preston on top. Chandler drives. And
again, they're going to get Hyde about at the free throw line.
Nope, they're going to call it on Parker on the drive.
Well, break for Preston there. But again, Chandler, that's his 3rd or 4th drive right to the hoop on that left side. Can't guard that guy.
Chandler is their point guard. He's very quick. He's a very good shooter from outside. And why is the smoke alarm the fire alarm going off?
Oh boy, yeah.
So with the fire alarm going off, that's going to bring an official's timeout. Ty Shippen said, wait a minute, you can't stop the game. Well,
I think he's complaining that it should have been on high.
Oh, well, they called the foul on the drive as he went around the corner at the elbow.
Yeah.
And that, if that's what you're going to call the foul, it was the correct call.
Yeah, Coach Shippen making his case, but he's not going to get it overturned. You wonder maybe if a kid pulled the fire alarm or what. I don't know.
And now they got it off.
I've seen Lance Harrison, the high school principals, here tonight. Of course, Brent Knapp, the athletic director. They can track those things down, but
yeah, they can go right to the main control and figure out exactly where it was. Nope, now it's going off again.
Yeah. So give more time for Coach to continue his conversation, his dialogue with the referee.
Fortunately, it's not going to change his mind. The only thing it's going to do right now is it's going to put the chill into his free throw shooters.
Now Principal Harrison here at the score table talking with Mr. Hanson, the public address announcer.
We'll just play through it.
Well, now he's talking with the Minico coaches. I don't know what the conversation is.
What's a little chirping noise? We have to wait for the fire department to show up?
Yeah,
Now is that the problem?
I don't know if it's malfunctioning or what it is.
Why don't we just take halftime now and play 10 minutes and 2 seconds of play in quarter number 3?
Yeah. Well, it keeps going off, and then it'll come back on, so.
Yeah, so it doesn't like something somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll reset where we're at. There's 2:02 left in quarter number 2. Preston leading 31-25.
Now the Preston students chanting, "We're on fire." Apparently it's been determined there's no danger to the crowd here fire-wise, and we're going to play ball. So
Ryan Chandler's going to go back to the free throw line. He has one more free throw to shoot here after making the first. He has 14 in the first half. Make it 15 as he makes them both.
I guess that was the first, yeah.
I won't. My bad. I thought he'd already shot one. So now he has 14. And he missed the second one. That's a break. Second one was short. So it's 31-26. Preston by 5 with 1:55 left here in the first half. Smalley walks the dribble up into the front court.
Yep, he probably double dribbled. No call though.
That's certainly the Minico bench thinks he did.
Yeah.
As it comes over to Dunn, top of the key, he'll hand it back to Luke with 1:40 to play. Back out top for Parker. 16-foot jumper is good.
Well, they're not even going to guard him. They're going to double Hyde down in the post. A good shot by Tyler.
He's got 4, and the lead out to 7 for Preston. 33-26. Chandler again drives, kicks it off at the stocking. Looks at a 3. That's no good. Hyde has the rebound. Live by the 3, die by the 3. They've missed the last 2.
Yeah, they finally started missing it. Hyde really cleaning up the board there. They've got 5 rebounds in the first half for Ty so far.
1 minute to play here in the first half. Goes back up. Chandler very quickly takes the ball away. Ahead to Matson. Lay it off to Carpenter. No good, but a blocking foul well after the call. Well after the shot.
Late whistle, yeah.
If they're going to call this on Parker.
Let's see. I think they got Scott Dunn. Let's see what we got here.
Nope.
No, Parker.
They called it on Tyler Parker. But you know what? That ball was out of his hand before Parker even got anywhere near him. In fact, Parker went behind him.
It may have been the right call, but it was definitely a late call with that.
First one by Carpenter is good.
And Carpenter is about 6'5", 6'6", a great shooter. Send him for a trip to the line now.
Hold on.
Now we got a substitution coming in for the shooter. Okay.
Ball's going to come in for Carpenter here after the shot. And no good. Parker has the rebound. Less than a minute to play. In fact, the clock down to 40 seconds. Down low it goes to Hyde. Turns on Matson. No shot there. Parker over the board in the corner to Smalley with a 3. Good.
Oh, 2. Boy, they said his foot is on the line. Okay. Well, I do smell some smoke, oddly enough.
I do too. They burnt my churros. Smells like they burnt the popcorn in the snack stand. Here comes Matson. Blocked by Hyde. Hits it back, looks at another 3, no good. Parker with the rebound with 8 seconds to play. Back to Hyde, drives, knocked away from behind by Chandler. Into the front court, 1 3-pointer to beat the clock, no good.
Wow, frantic.
That's the way the first half ended, as a very frantic first half indeed. But for Preston, they outscore Minico in the second quarter, and they take a 7-point lead. Check that, a 8-point lead into halftime as they lead it 35-27. We'll come back. We'll talk about the first half of tonight's game right after this on mylocalradio.com.
You can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today. Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tree Mountain branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
When you see that big green dinosaur, whether at your favorite gas station or convenience store on the side of a delivery truck, you know quality Sinclair products are available there from Hall Oil Company. Hall Oil is a family-owned and operated business that's been serving folks in Cache Valley since 1947. They're your local fuel and oil broker with a low-price guarantee. Another guarantee that's been really important this winter is that when you fill your fuel tanks with premium winter diesel fuel from Hall Oil, it's guaranteed not to gel even when the temperature drops below zero. It's the no-gel guarantee from Hall Oil Company.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
Welcome back. We're at halftime as the kids playing trash for cash here at halftime. But Preston leads by 35 rather, and 27 after the first half.
Yeah, what a first half. Up and down, well played on both sides, really. We remarked it seemed like Minico was never going to miss three, but they started to miss a few of those. Preston pressed that advantage inside. Went to Hyde and got layups at the rim. Smaley got some layups at the rim. Shot free throws really well in that first half. And so Preston, 8-point lead here at the end of the first half. And you know you have to fasten your seatbelt. Minico make a run in the second half, but it's better to go in up than down, I always say.
Preston leads at halftime on the strength of outscoring Minico by 10 in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was huge. 19 points in the first quarter. 17 what Preston had in the first quarter. That's not bad. That's on pace for 68, which is right about the average.
Right.
But to come out of that, down 2 at the end of the first and up 8 at the end of the half, really good second quarter there for the Indians.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the stat sheet from the first half as we continue after this on mylocalradio.com.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Welcome back. Preston leads at halftime 35-27, Lyle, and we have a final as Westside in overtime picks up a win 44-41.
Huge win for the Pirates. Boy, that'll raise some eyebrows around the state too. And the 2A ranks, Bear Lake's been ranked 1 or 2 in the 2A polls all season long. Pirates, I think, have 9, maybe 10 losses on the season. When you go deep in the football season, I think it gives you that slow start in basketball. I think some of that went on with Westside this year. But they're peaking at the right time. They knock off Bear Lake in Montpelier. Hard to do, so big congratulations to the Pirates tonight.
But you take a look at the stat sheet for us in the first half.
Yeah, Ty Hyde, he goes 3 for 5 from the field and 3 for 4 from the line. 9 points for Ty. I've got him with 5 rebounds, a steal, and a block. So he's all over the stat sheet there in that first half. Luke Smaley, strong first half for the Indians. He goes 3 for 4 on 2-point field goals. 0 for 2 on threes and 4 for 4 from the line. We'll give Luke then 10 points. Scott Dunn had a couple of 2-point baskets. Cooper Hobson played but didn't score. He picked up that second foul early on in the half and didn't score. Riley Parker didn't score, started and played. Garrett Ward came in, 6 big points. He had that huge 4-point play when Preston was down 4 or 5 points. Hit a 3 from the corner, got fouled at the free throw. Couple more free throws for Garrett, so 6 for Garrett, and Tyler Parker a basket and a couple of free throws for 4 points. Good contribution off the bench for Tyler in that first half.
And for Minico, their leading scorer in the first half was Raylan Chandler. He had 14. Take a timeout, back to the second half right after this on mylocalradio.com.
Farmers in Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest. Most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
If you're in the empty nester stage of life, preparing for retirement, or considering downsizing, let me suggest you consider Blue Sage Park as your new home.
This all-new community for over 55 active adults is now under construction by Ralph's Construction, the builders of many fine custom homes in Franklin County. That same quality is going into the new homes at Blue Sage Park.
Choose from 3 plans, each with over 1,400 square feet of living space on one level with a 2 or 3 car garage, 2 bedrooms, and lots of special features. These beautiful new 2-bedroom homes include large marble showers, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplaces, a park and green space for family fun, and large closets with custom organizers. Larry and Cody Ralphs are building this community for the over 55 age group with no steps, no maintenance, and a beautiful home that you own.
The first model is nearing completion, and you'll soon be able to see it for yourself. Blue Sage Park, now being built for your future at 3rd East and 3rd North in Preston.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor. WestMotorCompany.com. Welcome home.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated.
Yeah, here we go. Second half just underway. Dan Hubbard, Lyle Fuller back to the night from Preston Gym. Preston leads 35-27 as we start the second half. Chandler inside, no. Hobson, who's sat out much of the second quarter, gets a rebound to open the second half.
Yeah, good to see Cooper back out there. Obviously one of our main offensive weapons.
Smaley trying to direct traffic. Guzman comes way out on him. Dunn on the right side, free throw line extended. Back to Parker, swing it back over to Hobson. Looks at a three from the left side. That's no good. Guzman has the rebound. AB will push back up into the front court. Gives it off. Chandler, or Carpenter with a long three. No good.
That was way long. No hesitation, though. Put it right up.
He shot that from somewhere near Soda Springs. Smaley within the front court here for Preston. In the corner goes to Dunn. Three of his own. Ooh. That's no good. Rebound is off to Hobson. Cooper trying to back in on Guzman. Turns on him. And Matson got a hand on the shot. And it went off to Stocking, who gives it to Guzman, who runs the dribble up into the front court. Back to Stocking. Now back to Guzman, just outside the three-point arc. Back to Carpenter on the left side. Back out top. Matson's got a three. That's no good. The long rebound is off to Smaley. Look out. Ran into Hobson, but actually able to keep his feet. As Smaley all the way laid up, no. And Matson has the rebound. Wide open action, but nobody scored in the first minute and a half. And the pass goes off the back of Dunn's head and out of bounds.
Good alert play by Scott. He couldn't see the ball, just put his hands up. Ends up stopping a fast break there for Minico.
Yeah, that fortunately is legal in basketball. Football, it's not.
Right. Almost 5 count.
It's taken away by Smaley. Ahead to Hobson with Matson right on him, and then he gives it back to Matson. Here comes Minico with numbers. Carpenter stops for a three, no good. Matson hustles down the floor, almost had the rebound, but it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Minico.
Yeah, what's the call here? Timeout.
Timeout as Coach Jones wants a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Well, we told you the West Side wins 44-41. The Century girls win a state title. They pick up a win tonight as well, 41-26.
So they complete an undefeated season. Team out of our district. Even though when we're playing them, we always want to beat them. They feel like a rival. I still, anyways, like to see teams from our district do well at state, and Century certainly just done that.
So they end up the season, I think it's 26-0.
Yeah,
that's a heck of a run.
Yeah.
So nobody still has scored in the second half. A minute and 47 seconds into play here in quarter number three.
Lot of action, but just nothing in the basket yet.
Carpenter brings it into Matson. Gives it to Guzman. He'll pull the ball back out, and they'll set up the offense. Preston kind of going man-to-man here. Matson stops. 16-foot jumper is good.
Yeah. I thought he shuffled his feet to start the move, but he gets a 16-footer up over Hyde.
Matson has 6 after spending much of the second quarter on the bench with a couple of fouls. Inside it goes to Hyde. Ty drives and took a shove from Matson, and then Matson got to get the rebound and then threw it away. To Dunn in the corner. Three-pointer. Good.
Scotty Dunn rings the bell.
Lead back out to 9 for Preston. Scott has 7 so far here in the game. Guzman back to Carpenter. Back to Madsen just outside the arc. Brings Ty away from the basket. Holding. Now the bounce pass inside. Threw it away. Threw it right to Cooper Hobson.
Yeah. Good defense by Cooper. They're trying to get Cooper pinned in the post with Chandler.
Hobson with it. Hyde, top of the key. Gives it back to Dunn. Smaley runs the baseline, but Scotty can't get away from Carpenter enough to get it to him. Now they come to Hobson on the right side. Back down low to Matson, to Hyde rather. Goes off the glass, no good. Tapped off the glass again, no good. Rebound off to Guzman for Minico up into the front court. To Carpenter, now back to Guzman. Give it back to Matson. They're going to call that a 2. That's short either way.
Well, Matson, one of the few guys probably in the whole state who can guard Ty one-on-one in the post, and he's been effective when he's been in there.
Here comes Smaley, off his foot, out of bounds.
Yeah, rare turnover there on Luke, just dribbled off his foot.
So here comes Dylan Ball back into the game, as does Philip Betcher. Carpenter goes out, and Connor Stocking also will go to the bench. 4:10 to play here in the quarter number 3. 38-29, Preston on top. Swing it over, it comes all the way to Chandler on the left side. He gives it to Guzman. Stops at the top of the key. Back over in the corner, back to Betcher. Betcher looks inside to Matson, can't go there, so he gives it to Chandler, who drives down the middle, blocked by Hyde. Matson got a piece of it, and that's going to go back to Minico and out of bounds.
Yeah, Ty came over that. So we've seen that shot before. That's, again, that left-hand drive, left-hand layup by Chandler.
We'd like to welcome those joining us who've been listening to the West Side game, as Betcher has it inside, makes the layup, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. Scott Dunn draws his first foul of the night. That's the first foul for either team here in the second half, as Betcher gets his first 2 points. As I always say, I'd like to welcome those who are listening to the West Side game, as West Side picks up a win 44-41 in overtime tonight.
Yeah, huge win for the Pirates.
3:50 to play here in the third quarter. Preston leads by 7, 38-31.
Hobson still not on the scoreboard, Dan. He's finding other ways to contribute. He's rebounded and played defense really well here in this third quarter.
So Betcher missed the free throw. And down low, Smaley picks up the loose ball as it was lost by Hobson and able to put it back in.
Loved how Smaley went up strong, sold out physically, and then up on the floor, but makes the layup.
Preston's lead is 9 as Guzman had it, lost it, but boy, should have called for a double dribble and didn't. And he brings it back out to Chandler. 3:10 to play in quarter number 3. Preston leads by 9 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Bounce it down on the block, it goes to Matson. Gets a bump there from Hyde and a foul on Hyde.
Very late call there on Ty.
That's going to be 2 on Ty. Second team foul of the half for Preston. And Kobe Matson's going to go to the free throw line. He made his only 2 of the first half and makes this one.
Yeah, so both posts now have 2 fouls.
Matson now with 7 points, make it 8 as he makes both free throws. Durfee comes in. A.B. Guzman comes out.
Yeah, so they lose a 3-point shooter with Guzman, although they can all seem to shoot though.
Full court pressure here from Minico as they get it into Smaley. Luke drives up into the front court. In the corner he goes to Dunn. Another look at a 3. Good again.
That one was deeper than the last one.
Preston is picking up where Minico left off in the first half of the 3-point shooting. They lead by 10. Does Preston. Ball drives and offensive foul.
Luke Smaley fired up. Well, he should be. Stepped in and took a charge.
2 on Ball. First foul of the second half against Minico. 2:44 to play here in quarter number 3. 43-33. Preston on top on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Comes back to Hyde. Back in the corner. Dunn with another 3. Ooh. No good. As the rebound inside, Ty tried to go back up without coming down, and he's fouled. Hill will shoot 2 more of his own, and the foul's going to go against Dakota Durfee. That's his second.
Clay Hobson was way up above the rim to tap that ball and try to tap it in. Kept it alive, though, for Ty.
So here's Hyde at the line. Ty moves into double figures tonight. That's his 10th. He's made 4 out of 5 free throw attempts so far on the night. Ty, as we mentioned earlier, had the 2 good games against Minico. He missed the second. He had very good offensive games. Even though he's fouled out of the first game, the game that went 4 overtimes, he had 17 in that game. And the game in Minico, he had 21.
Yeah, of course, 38 at Pocatello was his season high.
Here comes ball, lost it, gives it back over in the corner. Now back to Madsen again. Madsen wants to drive and a holding foul on
that's what I was afraid of.
Hyde.
Ty trying to guard him 20 feet from the basket, sticks his hand out and just gets a little touch foul.
That's 3 on Ty.
Yeah.
So see if they're going to opt to get Hyde out of here now. Yes, they are. As Tyler Parker comes in. So where Ty had an advantage in the second quarter with Madsen on the bench, now it's going to be flipped opposite.
Yeah. That's just 3. It's not 4, but he'll probably sit the remainder of this quarter at least.
2:07 to play in the quarter. Chandler with a 3 from the corner is no good. It's tapped by Parker, but it goes right back to Chandler. Back to Durfee. Drives. Takes it all the way himself. No good. Rebound is inside. That's off of Parker. He saves it on the floor. Still loose. Madsen has it all the way. And now, hold on. We got a whistle before the shot. He traveled.
I couldn't see a lot of it. Coach Shippen and his staff were in front of our view here. Not on purpose, but they were. We couldn't see what was going on, really.
He went about 25 feet on one dribble.
Yeah, he's got long arms and legs, but
up into the front court. Here's Hobson. He looks at a 3. Good! You need that with Ty sitting on the bench as the lead expands. It's now 14, 47-33, timeout Minico. 1:33 to play in the quarter. We'll take a timeout. Back after this on mylocalradio.com.
Applications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
.133 to play here in the quarter. 47-33. Preston's lead is now out to 14. Even with Ty Hyde sitting on the bench. Ty gets up and asks the coach as they break, can I go back in? And he says, no, just sit here and wait till the end of the quarter.
Yeah, I expect we'll see Minico go right to Madsen.
It's going to be Minico's ball. Here right in front of us, right at the end of the bench, as they bring it into Chandler. Chandler back to Durfee. Tries to bounce it down low. Did he get it inside? Wow! A wild shot. No good by Madsen.
Yep.
Air ball from 2 feet.
Tyler Parker draws the assignment. Madsen, he thought he had a big advantage there, but didn't finish.
You know, I got to be honest with you. We've seen that in the past, where Madsen has a short little bunny shot, and he's just way too strong with it. Back out top to Hobson. 2-point shot, no good. Rebound is going to be as going up to get it as Ward. They're going to call a foul on Ward, apparently. Yes, indeed.
A little bit of a makeup call there. Maybe I didn't think that was a foul, but Garrett has a knack for sticking his nose in there and keeping the ball alive, getting rebounds.
It's 14 fouls now on Preston compared to 2 for Minico. Inside the final minute here, now in the quarter number 3. Chandler back in, or Carpenter rather, back into the game. Looking for a shot, can't get it. Gives it off to Durfee right in front of his own bench. Wants to drive on Cooper. Stops, kick it back over in the corner. It goes back over to Ball. Ball can't get a shot. Tries to feed it inside. It's poked away as bodies flying all over the place, and Ball able to go and pick it up. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. He'll pull the ball back out again. Swing it back over. That's Chandler for another 3. That's no good. Carpenter with a rebound inside. Reverse layup is in.
Yeah, we had decent rebounding position, but it's hard to rebound an air ball. You don't expect that.
Carpenter now with 5 in the game. 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. Smaley with the ball back up into the front court here for Preston. Had it knocked away by Chandler, taken away by Chandler, and a timeout called by Minico. Luke just stood there and just dared him to come after the ball.
Yeah, Chandler good play. Got to give him credit there on that steal.
So a 30-second timeout called by Minico, 8.1 left. If Preston wins tonight, they'll play again on Thursday. If they lose, they'll play on Tuesday.
And, either way, we won't know the opponent. We haven't found a score yet on that Century versus Twin game. Maybe we'll get one as we go along here.
And honestly, that could go either way.
Yeah, I think that was a one-point game the only time they played in the regular season, so that'll be a tough ball game at Century tonight.
So 8 seconds left in the quarter. Ball belongs to Minico. With 5, the students counting it down, and Chandler drives all the way and lays it in. Boy, that's an easy basket for Raylan Chandler. He finishes the third quarter. That's 16 in the game, and the lead back to 10 points now here for Preston. We're done with 3, 47-37. Back with the fourth, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home right after this on mylocalradio.com, FM 105.5 and AM 1340.
Refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Here we go. We'll start the fourth quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, as Preston has the ball. As Micah Nava, number 12 in red, in the game for the first time here tonight for Minico. Hobson, a wide open 3. Good. A pair of threes and the lead back out to 13, 50-37. Just 20 seconds into the fourth quarter. Nava gives it off to Carpenter. Drives, kicks it inside. Hyde back in the game as Madsen spins. Hyde takes a dive, but Madsen has the easy layup. Yeah. Trying to draw the foul from Madsen, who has 2. Hyde has 3 in the game. Down low goes to Parker. Kick it back outside to Hobson again. Yep. Back out to Smaley.
Good ball movement here. Here we go.
Give it to Dunn. Now back to Hyde. I'd give it back to Hobson. Just feed the hot hand.
Yeah, Hobson just hit a couple long threes here.
Luke holds it out top. Now puts the ball on the floor, gives it back to Ty, top of the key. One bounce dribble, thought about the 16-footer, wouldn't take it. Now gives it back to Smaley again. Luke will hold it as ball goes around the screen. As ball goes down, takes a dive. He actually ran into Smaley. Luke with a 3, that's no good. Madsen has the rebound. Gives it off to Carpenter, quickly up into the front court. Back to Madsen.
He traveled.
Madsen travels. Yep, good call.
It's hard for a 6'8" to get all those feet set and then going again in the right direction.
That's a lot of moving pieces. You got to stop and get started. 11-point lead for Preston. Again, Minico in the full court pressure. Get it up to Hobson in the front court. Back to Smaley. 6:30 to play. 50-39 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Back down to Ty, knocked away from behind by Carpenter, and Madsen able to take it out of midair, gives it back to Guzman, back up into the front court. Back to Madsen, wants to drive, to Ball in the right corner. Ball driving in the paint, goes up, has it blocked, and a foul on Parker.
Another way late call.
Now Riley's saying something to him and gets the attention of the referee. That's 3 on Riley. And 5 on Preston as a team. And Ball's going to go to the free throw line to shoot his first 2 free throws of the night. I agree with you, however, Lyle. That call was questionably late, because the first free throw was good. Ryan Chandler is going to come back in. Nava will go to the bench. Garrett Ward is going to come back in. They're going to get Riley Parker out of there before A, he draws another foul, or B, gets a technical.
Yeah, you don't want him getting a T here.
So the lead down to 10, 50-40 here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Ball's second free throw is good. He makes his first 2 points of the night and lead back to single digits again. 50-41. Smaley walks the dribble up into the front court. We're 2 minutes into quarter number 4. Bounce it down low to Hyde, lay it in. Foul from, where did that come from? There was nobody around him.
Who did they get? Number 4, did they get Ball?
I believe they did, yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be 3 on Ball.
Well, same ref that just called it on the other end. Now he gives Preston the benefit of that call.
There was 3 people around Ty, but there wasn't anybody within 3 feet of him.
Yeah, the C's parted. I thought Ty was going to dunk that. He laid it up in, though.
So Hyde completes the 3-point play. Now has 13 in the game. 53-41. Preston leads by a dozen. Bad pass, Guzman able to corral it. Crossover dribble in the double team, finds Matson down low for the layup.
Yeah, we rotated out and didn't rotate back. Matson gets a layup.
Lead back to 10 again for Preston. Smaley down low to Hyde, thinks about it, fakes, goes up, no good. As he got the layup around Matson, but couldn't get it to go down. Ahead to Matson, and a foul from behind on Hyde. That's 4.
Yeah, that's not what the Indians wanted to see there.
Credit Matson for getting out and running the floor.
Yeah, well, Hyde, after he missed the layup, he went down on the baseline on his back. He tried to get up, but he couldn't catch up to Matson. Trailing the play, hits him on the layup. Matson with the hoop and the harm here. So see Tyler Parker back in.
He'll shoot 1 free throw here.
Excuse me, Riley Parker, not Tyler, Riley Parker.
And that's no good, so Riley comes back in. Hyde goes to the bench. It stays an 8-point lead, 53-45. Smaley working against Ball, timeout, Preston. We'll keep it here. 5:05 left. 30, checking a full timeout called by Tyler Jones.
You know, coming out of this with Hyde out of the game, one thing we've seen the Indians do a little bit, maybe they'll go to it here, is they'll post Smaley up actually, make Hobson or Dunn the primary ball handler. Whoever's guarding Smaley is going to give up a couple inches, and Luke jumps really well, so maybe we post Luke down low now. Hobson and Dunn have both been hitting threes here in the second half, so there's still some offensive weapons out there for the Indians to go to.
Tonight's fourth quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. They've been serving the citizenry of Franklin County since 1925. So if you find yourself in a time of need for their professional caring folks, stop by there and see them. They're on Highway 91. Just south of the city of Preston. If you ever have any questions or concerns about what you should do in your time of need, just ask them. They have all the information, all the answers that you need. It's Webb Funeral Home.
Yeah, Ron Smaley and Jordan Webb, your funeral directors there at Webb Funeral Home. The Indians will inbound, right in front of us.
5:05 to play in regulation. We have to say that because these two teams have gone overtime. 8-point lead for Preston, 53-45. Hyde is on the bench with 4 fouls. Ward working against Guzman, gives it back to Dunn. Dunn goes back to Ward again. Now back to Dunn on the right side, looking for Smaley, finally able to break free, gives it to Ward. Bounce it down low to Parker, lay it in around Matson.
Great pass by Garrett Ward.
Good patience offensively, too. 10-point lead again. Guzman gives it back to Madsen. Throws it in, and he's fouled, and that's going to go against Parker. That'll be 4 on him.
So we'll see. Looks like we'll see Tyler in the game now for Riley Parker. Tough shot by Matson. was almost a tip in from about 8 feet away, way up high.
So he gives him 16 in the game, and now steps to the line, and the free throw is good.
Yeah, he's a skill. He's not just tall. He's a skilled big.
Yes, he is. He's very good. 55-48. Smalley driving to Tyler Parker, and his layup is fouled. Who's that going to be on?
Mattson, or let's see.
Carpenter or Mattson? It's Mattson, and that's 4 on him.
So they've got him for 3.
No, that's 3 on him. My bad.
Yeah, Tyler Parker, good job of just waiting for the defense to jump and try to block him and then go up strong.
So there's Tyler at the line. First one, no good. Preston's out of fouls. They have 7. Minico only with 4 here in the second half. Tyler back to the free throw line. Second one is good. Gives him 5 in the game. It's 56-48, 7-point lead for the Indians. Here comes Guzman, wants to drive around Ward. His layup is no good. Mattson had it, Mattson lost it. They're going to say last touch by Preston.
Boy, the referees need to talk on that one. Looked like Mattson just hit it out of bounds. No, I guess they won't.
Carpenter will bring it in from underneath his own basket. 4:11 to play. Looking. There's Chandler for the easy layup underneath. Somebody got lost on defense.
Yeah.
Got to get Hyde back in there with 4 minutes left. Lead down to 6. Smalley wants Hobson to come to the ball. To Ward. Garrett traveled.
Yeah. He did, but that'll happen sometimes.
He took a step, like he didn't decide, well, do I want to pass or do I want to dribble it? And he ended up taking the step, and it cost him.
Yeah. So Hyde back in now, 4:05 to go in the game, regulation.
Midway through the quarter, here comes Chandler. Driving all the way around, Smalley no good, Hyde has the rebound. Give it to Luke, quickly up into the front court. Dunn hangs over Carpenter, gets the roll.
That is a tough shot. To pull up, jump with both feet and shoot up over the 6'6" kid. Wow, that was a hard shot.
Dunn has a dozen. Here comes Chandler in the corner. Ball for 3. Good. Timeout. Minico. 3:35 to play. Preston leads by 5. And we'll take a timeout. Back with more after this on MyLocalRadio.com.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo robotic assistance system at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
Welcome back to Preston Gym. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller. 58-53. Preston leads by 5. 3:35 left here in the fourth. Preston has the ball under full court pressure, although Minico now backs out of it. And Luke gets the ball up into the front court. Ball comes back up to pressure. Smalley holds it up over his head, gets it into Hyde with 4 fouls. Ty lays it off. Parker's little short jumper is too short. Mattson has the rebound. Here comes Chandler on the run. Chandler lays it over to Guzman for 3. Good. Lead down to 2. 58-56. Here comes Smalley all the way, and we got a foul. Where? Before the shot?
Count the basket. Count. What are we doing?
Let us know. Count it. Smalley draws the foul and the basket, and will go to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. Ty Shippen about ready to go apoplectic right here in front of us.
Smalley again giving up his body to make a layup. Boy, he's going to be bruised when he gets home tonight, but heck of a layup here, and now he gets a chance to tack on one more.
He can extend the lead back out to 5. It's 4 now. It's 60-56 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Free throw, no good. Carpenter has the rebound. We're under 3 minutes to play. 2:50, as a matter of fact, remaining here in regulation. Carpenter against Hyde. As he tried to draw the foul, he couldn't.
Yeah.
But Ty got a piece of it and knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, Chandler trying to foul Hyde out of the game on that drive. Good job by Ty not to take the bait.
So they line up 2 by 2 at the elbows. Carpenter to bring it in. Holding. You got to get it in. Here, Madsen finally comes out near the timeline to receive the pass. Driving on Hyde, pulls up from 15 is good.
Tough shot.
Madsen's got 19 to lead back down to 2 again. 2:30 to play on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard here in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Hobson, and that's going to be a holding foul on Guzman. That's 3 on AB.
No free throws yet, though.
That's just now 6 on Minico, so they're out of fouls. With 2:25 to play. Preston has 7. So free throws for both sides the rest of the way out. They get it into Hyde. Hyde goes back to Smaley, and then Smaley goes down. Boy, I thought he just tripped himself.
Well, they got Madsen.
Wow, that's on Madsen, and it's 4 on him.
Well, Dan, I have to admit, I looked like Smaley just tripped to me.
I thought so too, but it's 4 on Madsen.
There's a huge call on Madsen there.
So here's Smaley at the line to shoot 1 and 1. The first one is good. Luke now with 15. Had a game high 18 the other night against Canyon Ridge. Made them both. Boy, it wanted to come out.
Wow. You need every point. That was a big one.
That got to a 4-point lead. 2:15 to play here in the fourth. Chandler driving and traveled. He was so hell-bent on getting contact from Hyde that he traveled.
Yeah, he put his head down and drove right into Hyde's chest, traveled.
So the turnover gives the ball back to Preston. 2:10 to play. 62-58. Smaley takes his time and gets the ball across midcourt to Hobson. Cooper driving. He slips and goes down. And done with a 3. That's no good. Hyde has the rebound. Hobson's still down, and we got an official's timeout.
I don't know, it looked like maybe an ankle, or let's see.
An ankle, or the way he slipped. That could be like a stretched groin because he stretched himself so far out.
Yeah.
And he reaches down and grabs his left ankle. As
playing a lot of pain.
Trainer's out to look at him right away, and he's hobbling off. That's going to get Riley Parker back into the game with his 4 fouls.
The trainer will have a conversation now with Hobson sitting on the bench and takes one of our 3-point shooters out of the game. And of course, mainly hope he's okay, but.
So Preston ball with 1:54 to play. They lead by 4. They bring it into Hyde, who gives it back to Smaley. Luke now will back the ball out as they line up across the elbows. Comes to Ward on the right side. Back to Parker. Back out top. Hyde holds on to the ball. Brings Madsen away from the basket. Now he'll hand it back to Smaley and foul from behind by Ball. That's going to be another 1-and-1 for Luke. That's 4 on Dylan Ball.
Dylan Ball, called for the personal foul is 4. Luke Smaley.
So Smaley at the line.
This will be free throw number 8 here for Luke on the night.
Smaley was one of the guys who really took charge in that 4 overtime game, and he finished that game with 20 points. And for a long time, that was right about his season high. First one is no good. Hustling to get the ball to his Parker. He's double teamed in the corner, and then they call timeout.
Boy, they were all over him. Wow. Timeout, Preston.
Minico thought they had the ball tied up. And tell you what, and Madsen doing a little chirping as he walks back to the bench.
Yeah.
Be a full timeout charged against Preston. And looks like Let's squeeze in a timeout here with 1:28 to play. Preston still leads by 4 points in the game. We're back right after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, mylocalradio.com.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tremonton branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
What he's doing now, let's see anything.
1:28 to play. Preston leading 62-58. I got to tell you, there had to be at least a half a dozen people ask me today when I came into the arena, can we make this game just 4 quarters, please?
Not sure my heart can handle another overtime, but love this time of year, though. I love the excitement. Hobson back in there, Dan.
Wow. That's the good news. As it comes into Smaley in the backcourt, gets bodied by Ball with no call. Clock runs down to 1:20. Ty comes way out to meet the ball, brings Matson way away from the basket. Well, you got to have somebody cut back door with Matson about 35 feet away from the hoop. They get it back to Ty. 1:10 to play, just letting the clock run. Give it back to Smaley. Now back to Hyde. 1:02 left on the clock. Hyde had it taken away by Ball. I was afraid of that. Ahead to Matson. Bad pass as they get it back. Ward has it on the floor. Timeout Preston.
Garrett Ward, great hustle. Now the referee's conferring. What are we going to do here?
Did they get the timeout in time, or they call it a held ball?
Or a travel even. What are we calling here? Conversation, all 3 referees.
And it's going to be timeout Preston.
Extended conference. Timeout Indians. The Indians will have the ball coming out of the timeout.
It very easily could have been a traveling call because Garrett was laying flat on the floor and went to his knees.
Yeah, and the bench and Preston players were all given the timeout signal at the same time.
So 52 seconds left. 4-point lead for Preston, and they have the ball.
Yeah, you know, and it's nice to have Ty's size out there when you're playing keep away. But that last possession showed that guys that aren't used to handling the ball sometimes that can be a dangerous strategy too, as Ty went to just kind of hand off a shovel pass to Luke and got it stolen. So, you know, you got to get in the hands of your ball handlers, and if Ty gets it, let's get it back out of his hands pretty quickly there.
You get a full timeout here. It gives you 70 seconds to A, catch your breath, and B, check your pulse.
Right. Boy, I tell you what, we were up 14 here in the second half, and now Minico has cut this thing down to 4. We wouldn't expect any less out of these 2 teams that are very evenly matched.
Yeah, what was the first thing we said at halftime? Minico's not done.
Yeah, we knew they had a run in them.
2 timeouts left for Minico, none left for Preston.
Wow, so we've burned 2 timeouts on those held balls.
52.7 left. 62-58 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard here in the 4th quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home.
Garrett Ward in for Riley Parker to give a little more ball handling on the perimeter. Otherwise, the usual starting 5.
Ball comes into Smaley in the backcourt. Chandler all over him as he gets across the timeline. Back to Hobson. Back to Smaley. All the way, skip it back across to Ward. 40 seconds left, actually 42 seconds left. They foul Garrett, who will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
Yep. They're probably thinking, hey, let's foul the guy who's not a regular starter. But, you know, Garrett's a good free throw shooter, so I feel okay about Garrett stepping up there.
Garrett has 6 points tonight. He had 6 points in the game on Thursday against Canyon Ridge. About having the 6 points tonight, that's more combined than Garrett had in the 2 previous games against Minico. And the first one was no good. He missed the front end of the 1 and 1. So here we go. 37 seconds left. Chandler drives. Smaley cuts him off. Gets it back out to Guzman. Needs a three. Forces one up. Banks it. No good. Hobson has the rebound. Gives it to Hyde. Ty's fouled in the backcourt by Carpenter.
Cow. He just about banked that thing in. Oh, man.
He did that once down in Minico in the game down there, too.
I'm not sure he was trying to bank it, but Hyde now goes to the free throw line.
If he makes them both, he can make it a 6-point game, but it's still not over.
Yeah, as well as Minico shoots threes. No.
Ty's first is good. That gives Hyde 14.
This will be Hyde's 9th trip to the line here tonight.
He makes this, they'd have to make 2 threes just to tie the game.
Oh.
Short. So it's a 5-point game. Here comes Carpenter in a hurry up into the front court. Gives it to Madsen. Madsen wants to drive. Steps in for a 2. No good. Ty has the rebound and is knocked out of his hands and out of bounds.
Long 2 attempt by Madsen. I'm not sure that's the shot Minico really wanted.
I don't think so either. 15 seconds left on the clock. Get it into Smaley. You need to foul him right away, and they do. And it's going to be on Chandler. Just his first, I believe.
Luke Smaley goes back to the line. He'll get 2 shots this time. We're in double bonus.
That's actually 2 on Chandler. And for Smaley, now as he goes to the line to shoot these 2, if he does make them both, that would just about ice the game because that would make it a 7-point lead with 13 seconds left, a 3-possession game. Good.
Remember, Dan, in that first contest, the 4-overtime game, the Indians shot free throws very poorly. Done much better tonight from the line.
64-58. Good again. Smaley makes it a 7-point lead.
Now you just don't foul.
Luke makes them both. He has 18. 10 seconds on the clock. Carpenter with a long 3. No good. Tapped inside by Madsen. Put back is in with 3 seconds left. Timeout, Minico. Madsen's got 21, 5-point lead with 3 seconds left, and this one's all but over.
Yeah, we can inbounds the ball cleanly. They'll have to foul, and that should probably do it, but you got to inbounds it cleanly, first of all.
Wow, what a game.
Great crowd here tonight again, Dan. We're packed behind us and across from us pretty well full as well.
Yeah, they're all the way up into the rafters on both sides. So we get the Indians back on the floor. And Preston 3 seconds away from punching their ticket to state.
Yeah, we don't know the opponent yet. We've been looking for a Century Twin Falls score. Haven't found one yet.
I would reckon that game is just as tight as this one is.
Yeah.
They get it into Smaley.
Oh, he slipped.
Well, Luke slipped. Boy, the lucky didn't call a travel, but he holds on to the ball and this one's over. Final score, 65-60. And Preston is headed to the state tournament in Boise. Either as the number 1 or number 2 seed. That will be determined against an opponent yet to be determined on Thursday night.
Wow, great win. We didn't even have to get to overtime to get it, but hats off to the Indians. They go to state. Always fun to go to Boise, no matter what.
Absolutely. Final score, Indians win it 65-60 as everyone shakes hands as a sign of good sportsmanship on the floor right in front of us. We'll take a timeout. We will come back. We'll have the postgame show next on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. This has been Preston Indians basketball. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, My Local Radio, West Motors, Stokes Market True Value, S&T Electric, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Idaho Salvage, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, and Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Welcome back to the post-game show here at Preston Gym. 65-60, the final. As right here with us here at courtside, Coach Tyler Jones joins us here for a couple of minutes on the post-game show. What a game.
Yeah. Man, ups and downs. You know, that's the district tournament postseason basketball. You know, we looked really good there at times. Got a comfortable lead there in the second half, and you start to think you got a shot, and then next thing you know, you're holding on for dear life. And you got, you know, give Minico credit; they never quit. They kept fighting, and then give our kids credit because we didn't collapse there. We played through it, and huge win.
How quickly fortunes change when Kobe Madsen went out with 2 fouls in the second quarter. I thought, well, okay, this might be interesting. Then all of a sudden, before you know it, Ty's got 3 and ends up getting 4.
Yeah, and it changed the game. You know, he went out and they made that run with him out. He wasn't there to protect the basket. The other end, you know, we kind of struggled without him out there, but again, we hit enough free throws. Didn't hit all of them, but enough. I thought we did pretty good till the fourth, and we started missing them. But no, it just in this league, you know, the teams that are going to go to state, they're going to be well prepared. It's been an incredible league, really good, you know, teams, and I'm just proud of our kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Coach, I've got you going 19 for 27 from the line tonight. Much better, 12 for 13 in the first half. That was huge. Hobson went down late. Was it a knee or an ankle? Do we know what his status is?
I think he just rolled his ankle. Hopefully, good news is we got a couple days now. Not have to bounce right back. So we'll play Thursday night, 7 o'clock, and against Twin. Twin beat Century tonight.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what you thought about that result. We were looking for a score all night and never found one.
Yeah,
until right at the end of the game.
I guess Century was up 9 at halftime, and the Rogers kid, they said, I think got a concussion or something right before half. He didn't play, and Twin got rolling and ended up getting him.
You played Twin early on in the year in game number 4, in a game that you were in for about the first half, and then things kind of fell apart in the second half. Were you looking for another shot at them?
Yeah, you know, all season I really think they're the team to beat. They last year went to state. They got consolation. They returned pretty much their entire team. They have size. They have really good guard play, and they're a solid basketball team. They don't have much weakness at all. So it'll be great. I'm glad we're playing them here.
Yeah.
But no, it'll be fun. You know, that's what you want, a chance to play for the district championship on your home court, and win or lose. The good news is Thursday we're going to Boise next week, and we're excited about it.
Absolutely. It ought to be a great game.
Yeah, and Coach, maybe you come in on your bench tonight. I thought Garrett Ward gave you great minutes. Tyler Parker came in and helped a lot. Boy, Ward's 4-point play was huge in that first half.
Yeah, that was at a moment where we were kind of reeling a little bit. We needed some big boost. I thought Tyler had some moments. Riley had a big – I mean, they all –
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts.
Welcome back here on the postgame show. Before we get to Lyle Fuller and the stats for the game here tonight, boy, what a contest.
Boy, up and down, and you know, as Coach Jones referenced there, when Hyde went out with that forced foul, here comes the Spartans with the run. Madsen's got some baskets. Chandler was tough. He's about a 5'11" guard. He's built really strong and stocky, and he just gave us fits all night driving the ball to the basket. But, you know, we held on. Minico never regained the lead, and it seems like psychologically that's a key.
Yes.
If you, even if they get within 2, if you can maintain that lead, never feel like they got over the hump. So Indians managed to make enough free throws down the stretch this time and pull out a critical win. As Coach referenced there, we'll go to state either way. It's just a matter of which seed we go in as. And so at this point, it's not a true double elimination. We don't have to beat Twin twice. They don't have to beat us twice. This will be the district championship game. Both teams go to state.
Yeah, it's simply nothing more than a seeding game in the championship. So if Preston wins at 65-60, Lyle, you have the final numbers.
Yeah, the Indians tonight, first quarter, we're down 17-19. Then we have a big second quarter, go up 35-27. At the end of 3, we're up 47-37. Then we finish it off at 65-60. So Minico chipped 5 points off of the lead there in that fourth quarter. Scoring-wise for the Indians, Luke Smaley, the high man, with 17. Luke, I don't think, came out of the game tonight, played all 32, ran the show, drove the ball aggressively to the basket. We've got Luke going 5 for 7 on 2s, 0 for 3 on 3s, and 7 for 10 from the line to rack up those 17 points. Ty Hyde, despite the foul trouble, goes for 14. He goes 4 for 8 from the field, 6 for 9 from the line. And I got him with 8 rebounds, and that may even be a little low, a couple blocks and a steal. Scott Dunn gets in double figures. It's huge, especially on a night when Hobson didn't have his normal scoring output. Dunn gets 12. He goes 3 for 3 on 2s, 2 for 6 on 3-point shots. Hobson, as we mentioned, had that early foul trouble and an ankle injury late. He still finishes with 6. He goes 0 for 3 on 2s and 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. Riley Parker, 2 for 2 for 4 points. Garrett Ward scored 6. He had that 4-point play in the first half that was huge.
Right.
He also tacked on 2 more free throws for 6 points. And Tyler Parker came in and gave the Indians 5 off the bench, a field goal and 3 free throws. So overall, the Indians tonight, Dan, I've got 19 for 27 from the line and 5 for 13 on 3s, 15 out of 25 on 2-point field goal attempts. So good offensive output. You know, we've talked about the Indians average right about 65 right in that area. We hit 65 tonight.
Right.
Managed to keep Minico to 60 and come away with a huge win.
You know, Kobe Madsen finished the game with 21, and in 3 games against Preston, he had 22, 22, and then 21 tonight.
Yeah, and I don't know what his season average is, but it's got to be a lot, as big and skilled as he is. But he's a handful, and I thought it was key, even though Chandler hurt us, Carpenter, their 6'5" sharpshooter, never really got untracked in this game. He hit 1 long 3, I think, and maybe had a couple other points, but overall keeping him in check was a big key tonight. Raylan
Chandler finished the game with 18. You mentioned Kason Carpenter. In 2 of the 3 games, he didn't make double figures, including tonight.
And as tall and as skilled as he is, boy, that was really huge for the Indians to keep him in check. So great job. Now, you know, we know looking forward, what we know about Twin Falls, they're big, physically, literally big.
Yeah.
And they do have that Usueda, a very good 6'3" guard running the show. The Indians will have to come out and play well, play much better than we did at Twin Falls, certainly, to come away with a win here next week.
So Preston wins at 65-60. Come back, get some final thoughts, and close out tonight's broadcast right after this. You're listening to Preston Indian Basketball on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, welcome back. We'll wrap it all up here real quick right after. Get a final thought from Lyle Fuller about this game. You know, we've talked about it. We've talked to the coach about it. But I'll tell you what a barn burner.
Yeah, such a fun time of year. I mean, if you love youth sports, if you love high school basketball, this is what it's all about. Kids putting it all on the line. We saw multiple kids on both sides all over the floor for loose balls tonight. I mean, everybody was getting after it. Indians come out with a win, and now on to state. I mean, not to overlook Twin Falls, but this group, you come back with 5 new starters after last year's championship team. I think you have to give a lot of credit to Coach Jones and his staff for getting these guys to the point they're at to be able to go back and at least have a shot to defend last year's championship at the state tournament.
2 numbers for you to think about and get maybe comment on them real quickly. The Preston Indians have now won 26 games in a row on this floor. It's been almost 2 years to the day. We're a week short of 2 years to the day.
Yeah, and that speaks to the quality of the teams we put out, but also great community support. You know, you get a lot of crowd support into it. You play better at home, and that's why you try to win games in the regular season. In addition to running up your record, is try to be home during the district tournament. And some districts, Dan, here in Southeast Idaho, they play all those district games at a neutral site. But here, nope, higher seed hosts, and that's huge. So we earned the right to host this one by beating Minico twice in the regular season. So it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a year, a good team, but, well, the Indians pulled it off.
Last number to mention to you, now over the last 3 years plus this district tournament, Preston is now 22-1 in postseason play.
Wow, that is really, really hard to do. I mean, when you think about it, how many teams finish their season with a win? Well, the champion does, the third-place team, and the fifth-place team. Right. Really the only teams that, so 3 out of the 28 teams that are in the Idaho 4A division, the only 3 get to finish with a win. So to go 22-1 in the postseason, that's just phenomenal.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you for your work tonight. We'll see you on Thursday.
Great to be with you as always, Dan.
That's Lyle Fuller with us tonight here from Preston Gym, and that's going to wrap up tonight's broadcast. The executive director of Preston Broadcasting Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly. Special thanks to the team managers for running the camera on our video feed tonight as well. We'll remind you our next broadcast will come up on Thursday night, 6 o'clock here at Preston Gym. The pregame show will start at 5:40 as they will take on the Twin Falls Bruins for the #1 seed and the district tournament championship. They're both going to state. It's just going to be a seeding game to see who's going to go as the #1 or #2 seeds. Again, tip-off is at 6. Pregame show at 5:40 on Thursday night. So until then, for Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us tonight as we remind you of the final score. Preston wins it tonight by the final score of 65-60. Until Thursday, have a great weekend, the rest of your weekend, everybody, and have a very pleasant good night. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.